I am in Wilkes Street, and as you can tell from the tall building behind me, I'm on the edge of the city and the western extremities of East London, or the East End. I'm going to have a little walk around Spittlefields. That there, over the road, is Spitalfields Market. And I'm not going to go inside there today. You can go inside there during the daytime. There's all food stalls and shops and all kinds of stuff in there, but it's a bit early for that now. Poppies fish and chips. Looks like a decent one. Cool but place. Well, there's a lot of graffiti in these streets. Don't know where to start really. Oh, that's the back of the Truman's Brewery, the Black Eagle Brewery. Just see the sign up the top there. Yeah, that's pretty nondescript. Just your regular graffiti. Let's have a little walk down Hanbury Street. I'm going to go all the way down. I want to stick closer to Commercial Street it is there, not Commercial Road. Nearly called it Commercial Road. There's a blue plaque up there. Number 12 Hanbury Street. Bud Flanagan, 1896 to 1968, comedian and leader of the Crazy Gang, was born here. Well, that is definitely not one for the teenagers, is it? Bud Flanagan. So that's the back of the brewery down there. I'm going to cross over into Wilkes Street. Before I get run over by the moped riders. Well, some of these buildings very well preserved. Even got the shutters on the windows. And see, I'm standing on this side of the road and you're not getting to see what's on my side of the road from where I'm filming. And look at this place, look. This is like how the streets in the East End used to be. Although saying that, these houses I should imagine were probably quite grand for the East End. Looking at them. Princelet Street. Another crazy, well preserved street. Oh, look at this building, look. Shutters on that building. This wasn't really going to be a long walk, but there is quite a bit to see actually. There's another blue plaque up there. Anna Maria Garthwaite, 1690 to 1763, designer of Spittlefields silks, lived and worked here. Wow, 1690. Look at the old glass in them buildings. I'm not sure if you can pick that up. It's that glass that looks like it's melting, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Wilkes Street has got a lot of character, I must say. Look at this building, look. I mean, you could come down here and you could start filming, I don't know, Peaky Blinders or something like that of that era. I know Peaky Blinders is in Birmingham, but they do come to London sometimes. So this is Puma Court. Let's take a walk up Puma Court. This is going to bring us back out onto Commercial Street. The old barber's house. Well, these parts of the East End, when I was growing up in the 80s, these were so run down. I bet these buildings were dilapidated and run down. They've been renovated, I should imagine, because this area was just, well, basically a red light district. I don't know, for all I know it maybe still is, but if it is, it's a lot more well hidden than it used to be. Yeah, so that's Flatiron. Let's just have a quick look up here. The artwork and graffiti is everywhere. Quite stick some piss in here. Right, so I've already done this, I've covered this. Let's go and have a look at the church down the road here. We've already walked up here, so I'm going to turn it off till I get to the church. There's the 10 Bells pub there. I might be wrong, but I think one of the Jack the Ripper victims was killed round here. I think so. I'll have to find out. And there's the church. Look at that grand old building. Well, I'll come and have another close look at that later, but I'm just going to walk down Fournier Street because it does look rather interesting. Well, some of these buildings, well, all of the buildings are very interesting, of a certain age anyway. This is the proper old East End. Just to the east of the City of London. This is the western extremities of the East End. Because past Spitalfields Market, a few hundred yards that way, you're in the City of London. Just love these old buildings, they've got so much character. So there's Wilkes Street. I walked up that earlier. I ain't gonna walk all the way down here, I'm coming close to Brick Lane. I mean, you get the idea, you get the gist of what I'm saying about how old these buildings are and what character they've got. So I won't bang on about it, but it's just nice to see well-preserved streets like this. And this is the back of the church, Spittlefields Church. Trying to read what that says there. It's too hard to decipher. There's signs all along it, but I just can't read them. They're too worn out and old. Well, I can read that one. That says, "Commit no nuisance." Commit no nuisance. This really is a grand old building, this. So back out onto Commercial Street. It's just simply called Christ Church Spittlefields, commissioned under the Act of 50 New Churches designed by Nicholas Hawksmoor, consecrated on the 5th of July 1729, home to a worshipping community, weekly services Sundays and Tuesdays, a cafe in the crypt. Yeah, there's a Hawksmoor cafe up the road, so I should imagine that's where it got its name from. I would imagine so anyway. I wouldn't imagine it's a coincidence. Look at this building. It's been there since 1729. Can you imagine? Back then, this dominated the skyline and the landscape around here. I wonder whether there's anything to see in these gardens that are attached to the church. Get a better view of the church that way. There's giant London plane trees in the way. Not that I'm complaining. That's a memorial to the First World War, 1914 to 1918. Created, love hath no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. There's a wren, tiny little wren. I don't know whether you can see that, just went into the bush. Well, I'm not going to do too much more because I need to be getting to work. So I'll be drawing to a conclusion in a couple of minutes. Fashion Street, so that's going down towards Aldgate. That is the south side of Commercial Street. Let's get across here before I get killed. Down here is Toynbee Street and White's Row. They look like very interesting streets to walk down, but as I say, I'm done now. I've got to get to work. Maybe we can get the church in full frame now. I know I said that was the end, but I keep coming across this really cool artwork and interesting places. Jerome Street. Right, I'm just going to film around the back of here for a minute, and that really is the end then. just crazy, the amount of graffiti and street art around here. Shame that van's in the way. There's probably some more built on now. Who's that geezer? Yeah, all sorts of artwork up there. Whoever that is. Here's the Queen taking a dump. That's brilliant. And she's reading Corgi magazine as well, look at her crown on the side. That's probably alluding to the fact that I suppose in the Urban Dictionary to sit on the throne is to go and take a crap, and the throne is the crapper. God save the Queen. That's funny. And there's a great big chimney out in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. Never even noticed that before, never even knew it was there. Killer whales. So that was Jerome Street, folks. And this is Calvin Street. There's just a maze of little streets around here. It's a shame this one's got all like a new development along it. I think you find a lot of these streets were bombed during the war. The East End was particularly hit bad by the Luftwaffe during the Second World War. So maybe they've just built upon bomb damage, or maybe they've just knocked down an old building and put a modern crap monstrosity in this place. I mean, look at this building. That is just soulless. There's absolutely zero character to this building compared to all the other old ones. You know what I mean? I know I'm not complaining. It's probably a nice place to live, but compared to the buildings in the other streets, these modern buildings, they're just so utilitarian. They're just lacking in any charm or character whatsoever. There's Pretty Patel, pretty shitty, pretty mean. Oh well, that really is it. Adios amigos. Oh, there's that restaurant, the Hawksmoor, one more little thing.